Do you sometimes feel like old hurts and disappointments are stopping you from enjoying life to the fullest? What if releasing just a few things could turn your later years into a time of calm, happiness, and satisfaction? As we grow older, life shows us important truths, but it also gives us baggage we don't need anymore. Old mistakes, harmful friendships, and bitter feelings can steal the joy you should be having. In this video, we'll explore 3 important habits you need to drop to get back your emotional freedom and live a lighter, more meaningful life. First, release past mistakes. Releasing past mistakes is definitely one of the hardest but most freeing steps toward finding peace as we get older. As we age, we naturally carry memories of times we wish we could change. These are the moments that trouble us, the choices we made that we wish we could undo, the words we never said, or the chances that got away and never came back. The heaviness of these mistakes often feels like a chain pulling us back into a past that doesn't help us anymore. Yet how simple it is to get lost in the what-ifs and if-onlys. We catch ourselves replaying the past in our thoughts, imagining how different life might have been if we had chosen differently. It's a trap that many of us fall into, thinking that somehow, if we just think about it enough, we can fix it, change it, or undo it. But here's the difficult truth. Dwelling on the past does nothing but steal the joy and beauty that this moment still offers. The past is finished, and no amount of regret or wishing can bring it back. The strength in mistakes. Here's the good news. We have the power to choose how we carry these experiences and how we let them affect our present and future. Mistakes are complicated feelings. On one side, they remind us that we are human, that we have felt deeply, that we've cared, and that we've lived with feeling. Every mistake, big or small, carries a valuable lesson if we choose to listen. Instead of letting it weigh us down like a burden, we can see mistakes as a teacher offering wisdom if we are brave enough to look for it. When we look at each mistake not as a source of shame or guilt, but as a chance for growth, it starts to lose its power over us. The important question then becomes, what did this experience teach me? How has this mistake shaped me into the person I am today? When we can view mistakes through the view of personal growth, it changes from something that holds us prisoner to something that frees us. We stop seeing it as a failure, and instead start seeing it as an important part of our journey. Let's be honest with ourselves. No one lives a perfect life. Not a single person can look back and say they have made every choice correctly, said every word thoughtfully, or taken every opportunity that was given to them. We all stumble, we all make mistakes, and we all wish we had done things differently in certain moments. That's just part of being human. But here's the truth we often forget. Perfection is a lie. It's an illusion we create in our minds. When we look back on our lives through hindsight, we judge ourselves by what we know now, not by what we knew then. The person you were at that moment, the one who made that choice or let that opportunity slip by, did the best they could with what they had, and that is all anyone can do. You did the best you could with the knowledge, the experience, and the understanding that you had at that time. Hold on to that truth with kindness and compassion for yourself. Recognize that you were doing the best you could, and in doing so you were growing, changing, and learning. The heavy bag now. Let's picture something together. Imagine yourself holding a heavy bag. It's been with you for years, maybe even decades. You've carried it everywhere, through every stage of life, through every season of happiness and sadness. It's filled with every mistake you've ever made. Mistakes about the job you didn't take, the relationships that ended, the dreams you let fade away, or the family arguments that never got fixed. It's heavy, it's tiring. You feel the weight of it in every part of your body and soul. But now picture this. You set that bag down slowly, carefully. You let it go. You feel the weight lift off your shoulders, your chest relax, your breath deepen. That's the freedom that comes from letting go of mistakes. It's not about forgetting the past or pretending it never happened. It's about choosing not to let that burden define who you are today. You stop carrying the weight of what could have been, and in doing so, you give yourself the space to fully embrace what is. Steps 2. Let go. Letting go of mistakes doesn't happen all at once. It's a process, and like all meaningful change, it begins with small steps. The first step is accepting your mistakes. Sit with them, face them, and allow yourself to feel them fully. Don't push them aside or pretend they don't matter. Say to yourself, yes, this happened, yes, it hurt, but it does not control me anymore. This is not an easy thing to do. It's often painful to face the truth of our past mistakes, but only by accepting them can we begin to move forward. Once you've accepted your mistakes, the next step is to make peace with the past. This can be incredibly healing. Write down the things you regret and think about them. What did you learn from these experiences? What wisdom can you take from the pain? This is the turning point where mistakes become a source of strength, not weakness. Finally, focus on today. The past is gone, but the present is a gift. What can you do today to bring joy, to create meaning, to nurture the person you are becoming? The only moment we truly have is the one right in front of us. How will you make the most of it? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment yes below to let me know that you are still here with me. Always remember, your past does not define who you are. It is just a chapter in the story of your life, not the entire book. The most beautiful pages of your story are the ones you're still writing. The future is yours to shape, and you deserve to live the rest of your life with a light heart, free from the burdens of what could have been. The past may have shaped you, but it does not control you. Let go of the mistakes and embrace the present. You are not defined by your errors. You are defined by your ability to move forward with courage, compassion, and a willingness to grow. The time to live is now. Let this be your reminder. Today is a new day full of possibilities. You still have so much to give, to feel, and to experience. It is never too late to begin living fully. Let go of the weight that no longer serves you and make space for peace, joy, and all the beautiful things that are still to come. Life is waiting for you to step into it fully and without apology. Second, release draining relationships. As we grow older, life begins to show us a deeper clarity. The confusion that once clouded our vision lifts and we start to see things for what they really are. People, situations, the way we've been living. With time, we come to realize that not every relationship deserves to stay in our lives forever. We begin to understand that life is too short to waste on connections that no longer feed our souls. For so many, the temptation to hold on to relationships is strong, whether it's out of habit, a sense of guilt, or even a deep fear of being alone. But the truth, no matter how difficult it may be to accept, is that not all relationships are meant to last. Some connections, once meaningful and full of promise, can eventually drain us of our energy, dim our inner peace, and prevent us from thriving. Letting go of these relationships isn't about holding anger or bitterness. It's about choosing you, your well-being, your joy, your peace of mind. It's about choosing to protect your heart and your life. Recognizing energy. Stop for a moment and think about it. Have you ever spent time with someone and left feeling emotionally exhausted? Like a part of you had been drained away? Maybe it's an old friend who is always wrapped up in their problems, complaining about life but never truly hearing you or offering support in return. Or perhaps it's a family member whose words cut deeper than you'd care to admit, someone whose judgments make you feel less than who you are. These people may not shout their negativity, but they leave a quiet ache inside you, a constant pull that slowly drains your joy and confidence. Over time, it can feel like their presence saps your energy, leaving you feeling emotionally heavy, like a weight you can't shake off. So what are you holding on to? Is it the fear of being alone? The fear of confrontation? Or is it simply easier to keep going with what's familiar, even though it no longer brings you happiness? Ask yourself, why are you holding on to relationships that make you feel unseen or unimportant? Why are you continuing to invest in these connections that don't bring you anything positive? It's time to be honest with yourself. You deserve better. You've spent years, decades even, giving pieces of yourself to others, often sacrificing your own needs, desires, and peace. You've poured your love and energy into family, friends, and colleagues, always trying to be there for others. But here's the thing. You deserve to take that same energy and pour it back into yourself. Your time, your emotional health, your mental well-being, they are priceless. They should not be given to people who only take and never give in return. Letting go of relationships that no longer serve you doesn't mean you hate the other person or that you are bitter. It means you value yourself enough to choose peace over chaos. It means you understand that to protect your soul, sometimes you must step away from toxic situations, even if that means distancing yourself from people you once loved or cared for deeply. The garden comparison. Think of your relationships as a beautiful garden. Some people are the flowers in that garden. They bring beauty, joy, color, and life to your world. They help you grow, they support you, and they make you feel valued. These are the relationships that nurture your spirit, that make you feel light, that encourage you to be your best self. But others are the weeds. They are the ones that quietly suffocate the life out of you. They drain your energy, overshadow your joy, and prevent the beautiful flowers in your life from blooming. Weeds don't shout or scream, but they creep in unnoticed at first, until they've taken over. If you don't pull them out, they'll slowly choke the life from everything beautiful and healthy in your garden, leaving it withered and barren. Now you might be thinking, but what if I hurt them? What if I'm wrong? Let me remind you that protecting your peace is not selfish. It's necessary. You cannot continue to give your love, your energy, and your time to people who don't appreciate it or who drain you. The process of letting go at first, this process of letting go may feel like an impossible task. You may wrestle with guilt, worry, or hesitation. It's natural to feel conflicted, especially when you've spent years nurturing these relationships. But the moment you begin to take back your energy, you'll realize something profoundly beautiful. You will have created space for what truly matters. You'll have room to nurture yourself, reconnect with your passions, and build relationships with people who bring real joy into your life. Start by thinking about the people in your life who genuinely lift you up, who make you laugh, and who remind you of your worth. These are the people who truly deserve your time and energy. Hold on to them and cherish them because they are the ones who help your garden flourish. Now think about the others, the ones who leave you feeling drained, who make you feel small or unseen. It's okay to step back from those relationships. It's okay to set boundaries. It's more than okay. It's necessary for your well-being. Quality over quantity. The truth is, letting go of toxic relationships isn't just about freeing yourself from negativity. It's about creating space for what truly matters. Meaningful connections with people who bring out the best in you. You deserve to be surrounded by people who see you for who you are, who respect you, and who celebrate your presence. Life is far too short to waste on relationships that leave you feeling unappreciated or diminished. And remember, it's not the quantity of relationships that matters, it's the quality. A few deep, fulfilling connections are worth more than 100 shallow ones. So choose wisely. Let go of what no longer serves you. It's not about cutting people off with anger or malice. It's about protecting your heart, your peace, and your joy. You deserve relationships that make your life richer, not heavier. When you let go of the weeds, you create room for the flowers to bloom, and in the end, your life will be filled with beauty, love, and genuine connection. Third, release bitterness to forgive yourself and others. Bitterness is a silent, sneaky thief that steals everything precious to us: our peace, our joy, our well-being, and sometimes even our health. It doesn't announce itself with loud, dramatic force. It quietly sneaks into our minds, nesting in the darkest corners of our hearts, often unnoticed. Yet in its silence, it does more damage than we could ever imagine. For many older adults, bitterness stems from old betrayals, hurtful words, or painful actions that have left deep, lasting scars. Maybe you're holding on to anger toward a friend, a family member, or even yourself for mistakes you made in the past. There is a certain belief that holding on to this anger, this sense of injustice, somehow shields us from future hurt. We tell ourselves that by keeping this grudge, We protect ourselves from being vulnerable again. But in truth, bitterness does the opposite. It locks us in a cycle of pain that never ends. The more we clutch onto it, the more it consumes us, preventing us from experiencing the peace we so deeply deserve. The burning coal bitterness is like holding onto a burning coal in your hand, waiting to throw it at the person who hurt you. But in the end, the only one who gets burned is you. That bitterness doesn't stay neatly contained. It spreads into your thoughts, it poisons your actions, and it weighs down your heart. It sneaks into your mind when you're not looking, and soon, it shows up in your interactions with others, your feelings of joy, and even in your body. It manifests in physical stress, anxiety, sleeplessness, and other health issues, each one a reminder of the heavy burden you're carrying. The longer you hold on to bitterness, the heavier it becomes. And it's not just a mental burden, it affects your whole body, disrupting the delicate balance of your emotional and physical well-being. Bitterness can cloud your judgment, make you bitter, and rob you of your ability to connect with the love and light that still exists in the world around you. It prevents you from living the life you deserve. What forgiveness really means. Letting go of bitterness is not about saying what happened was okay or excusing the behavior of others. It doesn't erase the hurt or make it disappear. Letting go of bitterness doesn't mean you pretend the pain wasn't real. It's also not about letting the person who wronged you off the hook. What they did was wrong, and the consequences of their actions were painful. But here's the important distinction. Holding on to bitterness doesn't punish them. It punishes you. It keeps you stuck in a past that is gone. By choosing to forgive, you're not letting anyone else off the hook. Instead, you're freeing yourself. You're choosing to take control over your own life and emotions again. Forgiveness is not a gift to the person who hurt you. It's a gift to yourself. It is your pathway back to peace, back to emotional freedom. It's a choice you make to give yourself the gift of healing, of letting go of the past, so that you can embrace the present. Forgiving yourself, but forgiveness isn't just about forgiving others. It's also about forgiving yourself. Too often we are our own harshest critics. We replay our mistakes over and over again like a broken record, constantly telling ourselves that if only we had done something differently, if only we had made better choices, then things would be better. We beat ourselves up over the decisions we've made, over the opportunities we missed, or the relationships that didn't turn out the way we hoped. But here's the reality. You did the best you could with the knowledge and resources you had at the time. You are human, and being human means being imperfect. You didn't have all the answers, and you made decisions based on the circumstances of your life at that time. You may have hurt others and you may have hurt yourself, but punishing yourself for those actions only keeps you stuck, keeps you from moving forward. You must stop holding yourself to an impossible standard. It's time to release the guilt, to let go of the idea that you should have done better. You did the best you could, and now it's time to forgive yourself and give yourself the grace that you would offer a friend. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Steps to release bitterness. So how do you let go of bitterness? How do you begin to free yourself from this toxic, silent weight that has held you down for so long? First, you need to acknowledge the pain. Don't run from it or pretend it didn't happen. Say to yourself, "This happened. It hurt. But it doesn't control me anymore." Acknowledging the hurt is the first step in healing. By saying these words out loud, you allow yourself to truly process the experience, to sit with the pain, and to understand it for what it is, just one chapter of your life. This step is essential because only when we acknowledge the pain can we begin to move beyond it. The next step is choosing to forgive. Forgiveness is a decision. It's not something that happens automatically or quickly. It's a choice, and it's a process that takes time. Start small, with an intention. I am ready to let this go. Even if you don't feel like forgiving, even if the pain still feels raw, making that conscious decision to start the journey of forgiveness can be incredibly powerful. It sets the stage for emotional freedom, and while it won't happen in an instant, it will begin to take shape as you continue to choose it every day. Reframing your story. The third step is reframing the story. This is where we begin to shift our perspective. Instead of viewing the hurt as something that broke you, try viewing it as something that strengthened you. See it as proof of your resilience, of your ability to endure, to survive, and to grow despite the hardship. That hurt doesn't define you. It's a part of your story, yes, but it's not the whole story. You are more than the pain you've experienced. You are the person who overcame it, who grew stronger from it. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are badges of survival. They are proof of your strength. Finally, imagine yourself letting go of bitterness. Picture it as a heavy suitcase you've been dragging with you through your life. The weight of it has caused you exhaustion, both mentally and physically. Now visualize yourself setting it down. Feel the relief, the lightness that comes with no longer carrying that burden. See your heart becoming lighter, your mind becoming clearer, and your spirit feeling freer, the gift of freedom. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past, but it transforms how you experience the present and the future. It opens up space for joy, love, and laughter to re-enter your life. And you deserve that space. You deserve the freedom that forgiveness brings. Don't let the wounds of the past steal any more moments of your life. Life is too precious, too fleeting to hold on to grudges that have no place in your future. Forgive, not for the other person's sake, but for your own. You are the one who will benefit. You are the one who will feel lighter, more peaceful, and more present. You deserve to live a life free from the weight of past hurts. Let go of bitterness, choose peace, and watch how it transforms everything. Today is a new day, a day to begin again, a day to set yourself free. The future is yours to create, so choose to make it one filled with light, love, and the freedom that comes with letting go. Conclusion. As we come to the end of this journey, take a moment to think about everything we've shared today. What have you learned about letting go of bitterness and choosing forgiveness? What insights have touched you the most? I encourage you to comment below with one thing you've learned today and plan to bring into your own life. Remember, every step you take toward letting go of the past and embracing peace is a powerful choice for your future. If you like this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us continue to bring more meaningful content to help you live your best life. Thank you for watching, and remember, peace is a choice. Take it today.